Hello students, welcome back. In the last session we have discussed about the modeling. We have covered polymodeling. Now we are going to start with the spline modeling. Let's move with the software. This is the interface of 3ds Max, and in the standard primitives we have some standard objects, and in the shapes we have some shapes like line tool. These are the hollow shapes, rectangle, it only have a length and width. Circle, ellipse, arc, don't, and gone, star. This is the text option. We can write that text here. By default it is a max text. We can write here text and adjust the size of the object. This is the for width, leading is for the spacing, if we select the rectangle and go to the modify panel, as I have told you before that every object has properties which come under modify panel. Rendering, if we press F9, we can't see in render. We just see in viewport only. If we mark here enable in render, you can see in the render. Or we want a radial or a rectangular of this line shape. Say if I want a rectangular, then here is the thickness, I have marked here enable in render, but not marked here enable in viewport. So that is why it is not showing enable in viewport. Thickness of the rectangle, how much segments we want, angle to give the angle, this is rectangular properties, and if we on here, these are the radial and these are the rectangular. Length, width, angle, say if we want to make a photo frame, this is a border of the frame. Every object has properties like a star, and say enable in render, enable in viewport. radial or rectangular both. Here we have one more option with the star. We want a 6-point star, or how much point we want. This is the radius, second radius. Second is the internal radius, and this is the external radius. Distortion, this is the radius of these corners, and for internal corners there is a second one radius. Press F9 for render. With the every shapes we have the parameters. Select the object and say delete. Select the text. And right click on the angle snap, say 90-degree snap. Go to the front view and select the rotate. Snap in 90-degree, then press the move tool. This is the hollow text. If we render this, we have not seen anything. Enable in render and enable in viewport. Now we can see the text in render. Thickness, I have selected radial here. Sides, place it in the mid. Here we have a arc option. Here is the radius of the arc. Like if I want it here, the from is for where you have to start the arc and where you have to end the arc. In the shapes, every object has properties and it's not renderable. We have to on here enable in viewport and render. Render this, we can see this output. If we want a solid text, then from the modifier list, here is the modify panel and here is the modify list. Select the object and go to the modify list and press E. This is the extrude. Give the amount, how much we have to extrude. This is a segment dividation. Or we can convert this into poly. Here we have the extrude option. If we do a copy of this, change the color, and this is for delete the modifier. From the modifier list, we have put in the extrude modifier here. This is for delete, remove modifier. And then place it like this. And delete the extrude. Here we have the option of bevel. Press the B. In the bevel, we can extrude from the 3 stages with the taper. Level for the height, or then with the second level. And third level. These are the modifiers we can put to the text or any shape. Extrude or bevel we can put on any shape. Delete the modifier. the text we have the size as I've told. These are the fonts. Select the object. We select this one and press F9. Then we got this effect. Here is the button to delete the modifier. So if I delete this, select the text, and here we have the fonts. Select the object and select the font, and with the arrows we can see the fonts on text. Select this arc and delete. Here is the option for underline. Italic is the option for underline. The shapes we have the text or line, rectangle, circle, as I've discussed. Text is for making text. Ellipse, we want to make a spring, then with the shapes make a helix. Go to the modify panel, thickness, these are the parameters of helix. Radius, the first one is bottom radius and the second one is up radius. This is the height. Turns, how much turns we want, like by default it's a 1 turn. Press F9 for render. Bias, if I make it like this, then create a rope effect. Here is the option of clockwise or anti-clockwise. If I am putting turn like this, this is a clockwise, and this is the option of anti-clockwise. This is a section. we set the max, and with these shapes we are creating a vessel. Take a line tool, this is a free line, we can tweak the vertex and make a new shape. From the front view, making a glass, I am making a glass. Shift for the straight line, press here and then press shift, then right click for deselect. Go to the modify list. As we go to the polygon poly modeling, we have a vertex, edge, border, polygon options. Here we have a vertex or a segment. To select the segments between the two vertices, this is the spline. To select the whole spline, select the vertex. With the line tool, we have, as I have told you, this is a free line to give any shape. We have a handles to control this shape. We select the vertex and adjust these handles. Select the vertex and right click on the vertex. Here we have the some parameters of this, like brazier corner. I will tell you what is this. This is for brazier, this is corner, to give the corner effect. This is for smooth, it gives the smooth effect like this. Brazier corner is for just from one side I have to give a round effect and another a corner. Or brazier to give both side a round effect. If I say corner with this also, then say brazier corner, then press the handle and adjust the vertex. Vertex has its own options. Refine is the option for creating a new vertex in this edge. Say if I want to put here one vertex, then press refine, and wherever you want to put, click there. If I say brazier to this, we have got a round effect here. Select the vertex, and here we have a option of chamfer. This creates a vertex. With this vertex, it creates a more two vertex, and we can give a little bit corner. Select this vertex and move down. Say brazier corner, and to give the round effect, go to the modify list and press L for the lathe. Lathe makes a symmetry, as I have modeled right side and say lathe, and it's become in symmetry. Symmetry on minimum. If we say center, then it work from the center where our pivot is maximum, from the right side of the pivot. Put the modifier, go to vertex and say show result with editing mode. We can edit this with the lathe option. Select the vertex, control plus selection is for multi selection. If we see, I start modeling from here till here, and then say lathe become solid. If I select the starting vertex and move here, delete this vertex, tweak the vertex, I want to have one more vertex here, then go to the vertex and then say refine. Say corner to this vertex and put here up one more vertex. One more vertex, for making the inside of the glass. Adjust the handles. I want to maintain this curve. Select this vertex and adjust the handles. For the proper roundness, I have to put here one more vertex. and say smooth. Here we have the option of segments in the lathe. Increase the segments. If we see the render, the background of this is black. If we want to change this background, then press 8. This is the environment effects and settings. By default it's a black. Change the color here. As we have put lathe on it, if we want to weld this vertex with the left side of the lathe object, go to the lathe and say weld. It's become weld. And here is the option of flipping the normals, flipping the faces. See, this is the faces. If I want to flip these faces, it's in black. These splines or line, we can create many shapes, making a glass, jug or wrought iron furnitures. Used for making the logo. If I take this image and with the line, we can make these curves and make a character. We are making a bench with the line. Go to the front view, select the line, press shift for the straight line, if I create this line and adjust the vertex, give effect, and here we have another line, and if we want to join this, first rotate this on 90°. If I join these lines, then select the line and say attach. Attach is for one attachment, and attach multi, like I have 2-3 shapes here, and if I want to attach these shapes, this is for multi attachment. Say attach, it's become a one object. Go to the vertex, select the vertex and right click on the vertex, and here we have an option of connect. Right click on the vertex, say connect, drag this and drop to the connected vertex, right click, it's being connect. And select the vertex, right click and connect. If I select the segment, and it's a one mesh or a one shape. It's not show in render if I press F9. Then enable in viewport or enable in render, then it's become renderable. But it don't have a smooth effect here, a corners form. Then go to the vertex and put the refine. See in render. I want to mirror this on y axis, copy, offset, select the both one and rotate. I put it here with the move tool. It's become a nice shape. If we select the line tool, here we have an option of snaps to snap with the grid. This is basically used for the spline tool modeling part. If you want to make a square or straight lines, then if I press here, then with the jerk it goes towards straight. With the making of shape or with the line tool, if you want to go back 2 vertex back or 1 more vertex back, then press backspace. Press backspace for go back. Delete for deleting the whole segment. So this is the end of spline modeling. If you have any questions, you can ask.
Sir, what is difference between a spline modeling and poly modeling?
With the spline modeling, we can create the custom shapes, or we can make the logos, or in the spline modeling we have these box, these are the solid shapes, or cone. With the standard primitive, we can, if we want to make a shape, round shape like this, then it will take more time. If I do with the cylinder and make shape like this curve, it will take a very much time. This is end of our modeling part. In this modeling, we have covered the basic modeling with the standard primitives, extrude, poly and spline, and in the next module is shading. We will discuss about the shading.